Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance, and you're looking at an M53, M55, I think it's the M55 version. It's a big fat barrel, so it must be the 8-inch howitzer, and it's being driven by MakaraBaduk, and we're on the defending side of Karelia Assault, and battle's about to commence. It's got 20 rounds, no premium ammunition, it's just going to make it with standard ammo on this battle. But as you may all know, the M55-53 is a very capable Tier 9 American SPG, and he's setting up and he's looking for the enemy right now, just over the ridge line. He can still be seen from that position, but he's looking at the enemy rear behind the spawn points, because that's normally where the enemy SPGs will go. Some will go up on top of the horseshoe, which is just to the northwest of the 2 point, or the 2 mark there on the minimap. He's looking for a tracer. Nothing sighted yet. When you're looking at or looking for counter battery, you have to sort of like scan around looking for the tracer. You can't look in any one specific place. You have to try sort of do a scan every few seconds all around the entire area and hope that peripheral vision will pick up the tracer as it moves away from the Arty. Okay, 4 enemy tanks have been spotted in the northeast corner. And he's adjusting to the south because there's an FV215B, the Death Star, has been located in grid square K2, and he's aiming for it. He's lined up a shot, rounds out. Oh, lovely hit there. 317 hit points of damage and 3 critical hits. He got a nice direct hit there. And he's relocated straight away to ensure that he can't be counter batteried. And he's gone back to having a look in the enemy Arty area. It also helps if you turn off the V key sometimes, and I'll just do that now so you can see. That highlights the tracer even more because there's no distractions when you are looking. It removes the minimap, but it also does show up the tracer a great deal more. Okay, you can see those enemies to the north, but he's actually aiming at this IS-7, which is in the dip. This little ramp that goes up in grid square D4. It's a very dangerous ramp that was highlighted by Quickybaby when he used it to spot tanks in the enemy cap area, or in the defending cap area. And he's indicating his target with his T key. He's going after that IS-7, but he can't see it at the moment, so he's firing a round in blind, and no, didn't hit the target at all. So he's fired a round in there, and I don't know where it's gone. Pulling right to the very back. Okay, he's going after this a T-54 Mod 1, which is up in the northeast corner, grid square A0, and it's been hit quite a lot. He's indicating his target again, T key, but he's decided not to shoot at that because it's only got 5 hit points left and it's pulling back. There's a defender there that he can hit, and he's marked his target again, but he's marked the ground, warns his teammates. Round goes in. Good direct hit, 332 hit points, 2 critical hits. Okay, he's relocated again. He's looking to the south this time. Or is he? No, he's gone back to looking for the enemy Arty. And no, he's changed his mind. It's far more important to go after these tanks in the southwest corner, specifically for that Death Star. But it's disappeared from view. Now you can see it again now. Indicating his target T key again. Rounds out. Oh, it was a splash this time. 249 hit points with 2 critical hits. The reason why you do mark your target with the T key is actually to tell your teammates what you're actually aiming at, and also so that they can help you by aiming at the target themselves. if they can cause it to be tracked, then that will assist you to get a direct hit on the target. But also it means that if they shoot at the target that you've stunned, you'll pick up the stun assist. Now he's aiming close to that IS-7, but it moved back into the line of shot, so he got 433 hit points of damage there, and some critical hits on top. That was a very good shot. He anticipated that it was going to go back, and it did. Okay, they're one tank down at the moment, and that IS-7 is being a persistent problem. But he's going to the object 140 in the south. Oh, big ammo rack there. That T10 just went up like a firework. Was it? No, yes. And he's picked off the object 140, so that's a good strike there. That's an additional 344 critical hit points there. But they're 2 tanks down now, and it looks like the enemy's broken through in the north, so he needs to consider moving to prevent those enemy from getting at him. The problem is now that he hasn't got that many teammates nearby to be able to do anything about it. Now all the enemy tanks in the southwest corner have been killed, so it is just the IS-7, the AMX-50 120 that he's looking at right now. He's loaded, ready to shoot. Aiming. Rounds out. Oh no, I think that splashed the ground nearby, but it didn't do any damage. Okay, he's relocating south. That's a wise decision. In fact, go as far south as he can now. Although there's a Panther down there, the IS-7's been taken out by the T10 on his team, so if Makara can get down towards as far south as possible, he virtually guarantees that he can survive. The enemy's only got 3 minutes left to win the battle, and there's still 1 tank up, but the more of Makara's team that survive, the less chance that the enemy's got of winning this battle. Okay, he's aiming near the rock, but the M46 pattern's the other side of the rock, so if he fired now, he wouldn't really get any, it wouldn't help at all. He's using his right-hand mouse button down to actually hold the aim whilst looking elsewhere, but now he's adjusted his aim to go after this M46, so he's got a red line there, so he's got an obstruction. He shoots. He gets around in near the M46, so he does do some splash. 399 hit points of splash, which is quite a lot. But he's moving again, relocating south. He's going to use that rock as cover. No, he's going to go even further south. Good idea. Okay, he's set up to fire at that M46 again. He's loaded. No, he can see a Scorpion G right up on top of the hill, but no, he's ignoring that. That's the 2-minute warning. So the enemy's got 2 minutes to capture the base or wipe out all of Makara's team. He's lost another teammate there. The FV-4202 went down. And the enemy's lost the E75. So they're 2 tanks down now, with 1.5 minutes to go. 90 seconds. And that Panther's getting quite close. He's going to go up the ramp towards the cap. It sort of like suggests to me that Makara should go further south. Although there's a risk of that Scorpion G. The M46 pattern has been seen. He fires, but it's a bit too late. So he only gets a 99 hit point splash. But he ought to be heading south. Even though there's that risk of that Scorpion G, the further south he goes, the more away from the enemy tanks he is. I think he's got in behind that rock to avoid being hit by the AMX-50 120. But I think that 50-120 is focusing his fire on the AT-15. But the AT-15's been killed now. That AMX has spotted him, so he has been seen. The AMX knows he's there. So he needs to stay behind this rock, because if he moves out behind this rock now, he's in dangerous trouble. And there's only 30 seconds left on the clock. So he needs to survive, and if this T10 goes down, that means he'll probably end up with the Kolobanov. But it also means if the enemy goes after that T10, he'll be next. The Panther 2's gone, the T10's been killed, so he's on his own now. He's on his own. The AMX is around the corner. The Panther's there. He's got 5 seconds left to survive. He's going to do it. He is going to do it. And he's done it. That's it. The clock's run out, and the enemy they weren't able to get him, so he's won a Kolobanov. And here we can see the end of battle results. He got a 3rd class tanker. He got a Bruiser medal for scoring at least 5 critical hits to the enemy, crew incapacitations or module damage, and he got the medal that everyone wants, the Kolobanov medal, for standing alone against 5 enemy and surviving. And if we have a look at the team scores, we can see he actually stood alone against 6 enemy and survived. Now that's something, especially considering some of those were very, very close to him. He managed to score 2nd highest amount of hit points, 2,818. He got 1 kill, which put him 3rd, joint 3rd. And he managed to get the 3rd highest score on base XP, 661 experience points. Look at the detail report. He fired only 9 shots, 9 out of his 20 rounds. He got 4 direct hits, 4 penetrations, 6 splash. He did damage of 2,818 hit points, all at more than 300 meters. He damaged 6 enemy vehicles. He destroyed 1. He got a stun. I mean, that's the object 140. He got 9 stuns in total, but he didn't pick up any stun assists. He's on a base standard account, so he earned 23,301 credits. After deductions for his ammunition, he only walks away with 6,471 credits, and he only earned the base XP, which was 661 experience points. But even though he only took away 6,000 credits and 661 base XP, he also took away a Kolobanov, and not just any Kolobanov, an Arty Kolobanov. It means he won the battle for his team, him alone, on his own, against 6 enemy. He won. So well done there, MakaraBaduk. I'm sure we'll probably be seeing more replays from you in the future. If you enjoyed this replay, please do give it a like and do subscribe to our channel. And hopefully I will see you in the next replay.